Hello superstars, I'm Cali-Jāz and welcome to my channel, dedicated to the blatant display of edited perfection, the spreading of superfluous and irrelevant information, and a plethora of other such nonsense. All seriousness aside, welcome back to day 10 of this 21-day positivity challenge. Just to clarify, my channel is dedicated to the art of helping you craft the life of your dreams. And I call it conscious creation. And conscious creation is all about choosing how you want to show up in the world and how you want to show up for yourself. And so if you're just joining me for the first time today, this might seem a little weird. I recommend that you go back to day 1 and start from there, as the days do build upon each other, and this will make more sense when you get back to it. I'll leave a description for day 1 in the comments below. And if you've been with me so far, then welcome back. I'm really happy you're here. And well, as always, I like to go over a recap of the day before we go into the next challenge. So a quick check-in on how was day 9. I hope you enjoyed the anonymous acts of kindness. I hope you, felt what it feels like to do something without expecting anything in return, to share the gift of kindness anonymously. So if you have any great stories, I always love to hear them. And let's move on straight away into day 10, which I'm calling a day of playfulness. A day of playfulness. So, I'm being playful. The key to this day, this challenge, is to find whatever way you can to bring playfulness, to bring humor, to bring silliness, to bring laughter into your life, into your daily activities. So let's talk about playfulness, why it's important, and why you want to add it to your toolkit of conscious creation. We take our lives so seriously. If you're like most people, everything is serious. There's a facade we put on to be out in the world. We're so afraid of messing up or making an error. We're so preoccupied with perfection. And this preoccupation weighs us down. It really does suck the positivity out of our lives. So all of us have what's called our inner child. And our inner child is free. It knows how to express itself. It knows what it wants. It knows how to reach its dreams. Your inner child really is your truest essence. And we keep that inner child so locked up and restricted and constrained and pushed down most of the time because we've been taught that you don't let that out. We've been taught that we need to be polite and perfect and not make mistakes and do everything right, and don't cause a scene, and don't be different, and be like everyone else, and, follow the norm. We're taught to do that. And our inner child is wild and free and has no idea what this norm is, nor does it care. And so today, we're going to play with that a little bit. And this day is probably going to be one of the most challenging for those of you who don't like to get out of your comfort zone, maybe even for those of you who do. But I will tell you, your dreams lie on the other side of your fears. So when you practice pushing past your comfort zone, you really do start exercising all the things that are necessary for you to create the life of your dreams. You really learn how to let go of all the conditioning and all of the shoulds and can'ts and not good enoughs that you've been taught to believe. And so today's about being playful. It's about being silly. It's about breaking out of your comfort zone. It's about being more free. It's about really releasing your inner child to play. And so let's talk about what that can look like, because I know it can be a little challenging for some people to jump from normal to playful. So it looks different for everyone. What's your playful is very different than my playful. For me today, I said, what's the most fun I can have making this video? And then the idea came to me to start off super serious and then jump into super silly. And that made it really fun for me. It actually made me so excited. I could hardly wait to start filming and to make this happen because it was just more fun. I have fun doing these videos anyway, but it really just upped the fun level a notch or two. So that's playful for me. Playful for you could be, I don't know, well, probably this isn't it, but it's an example of doing something really outside your comfort zone. And that could be, for example, I've done this before. Take your phone and some headphones and put on a great playlist that you love to dance to and go dance outside. You could do it in nature. You could walk down the street if you're feeling really brave. I've done that, and it is amazing because it's just a way to exercise letting go and pushing through your fears of what people think of you. Because as long as you're living by other people's standards, as long as you are conforming to what other people think of you, you are limiting your full potential. I'm going to say that again. It's so important. As long as what other people think of you plays a role in what you decide to do, you're limiting your potential. So learning how to let go of what people think, learning how to release this pressure of being anything for anyone else, learning how to push past that discomfort, that uncomfortable feeling of people judging you. Learning how to do that and exercising and practicing that on a regular basis will set you free. And so that's what today's about. It's about, as much as you can, setting yourself free. Looking for ways that you can incorporate more laughter, more playfulness, taking yourself less seriously, taking life less seriously, taking others less seriously. This is huge. When you take others less seriously, you give them the permission to be more free. When someone can do something that's not right or not perfect, like, I don't know, cutting you off in traffic, or even saying something that offends you, or maybe in a meeting, you're at work and somebody says something that you could easily, jump on and attack, or they come in late, or whatever happens. People do it all the time. People make mistakes. No one is perfect. And most of the time what we do is we focus on those and magnify those and make people feel bad for those. And how much beautiful would the world be if instead of judging people, we accept them and embrace them and make light of the situation and not take it seriously and be playful about it. I think so often when we can be playful, we are playful, but we do it in a way that's sort of at the expense of the other person. And that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about doing anything that insults someone, that makes anyone else feel less of a person, or I'm all about lifting other people up. And if you can lift people up by being playful and letting it be on you, if somebody says something attacking you and be like, am I doing that again? Ugh. Just be playful with it and don't take it personally. And you can easily do that. You cannot take things personally when you're willing to accept the fact that you're not perfect. Well, you are and you're not. You are perfectly imperfect. We all are. There is no perfection to reach. There is our true essence, and our true essence is perfect. This is something that I worked a long time on, and I finally integrated it. It's such a beautiful thing to let myself off the hook. I don't need to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be real. And when you decide I want to be real more than anything, then you can show up in every moment open-hearted and saying, oh, did I just screw up? Did that offend you? I'm so sorry. It's so nice because then you give other people the opportunity to do the same. So yeah, there's so much here. I could go on, but just to start off, just to start breaking into this world of being free and setting your inner child free and putting less pressure on yourself. Today, try being playful, and as much as you can. If an idea comes to you, even if don't think about it and be like, oh, that's too scary or that's too this. If an idea comes to you, do it. Set your intention for playfulness. Set your intention, tell yourself, say, today I am going to look for ways to be playful. And then also tell yourself, and I'm willing to push past my comfort zone to make that happen. And when you do that, you're going to have opportunities present themselves for you to be playful. And then instead of thinking about them and wondering, but what will people think of me? What if people think I look silly? What if they laugh at me? Instead of thinking of any of those things, just do it. And so the mantra for today is, playful attitudes lead to happier lives. Playful attitudes lead to happier lives. And so I encourage you to be playful today, let your inner child break free, and experience what it feels like to add more playfulness to your life. And I'll be looking forward to hearing how you did this. If you have any stories, I will really want to hear these. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 11 of this 21-day positivity challenge. Until then, I'm wishing you a very playful, happy, fun-filled day. And as always, big love to all of you. I'll see you tomorrow.